Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce John, the father of the bride, who's going to make whiskey with us.
George seems to be there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John. I suspect a lot of you already know that, and I'm Maria's dad. It's customary for the father of the bride to kick off the speeches, or at least that's what I've been told. I did look it up, and I couldn't find any loopholes, so here goes. My first duty is to welcome you all to my daughter's wedding, and to thank you for coming, and to thank my darling wife for her part in raising our lovely daughter. Speaking of our daughter, Maria showed an early interest in the arts. She had a talent for drawing long before she went to school, and some future owner of our house would strip off the wallpaper to reveal a row of dancing stick figures drawn by Maria. She was also interested in making music and dabbled with several instruments at great expense and with varying success. As she worked her way through school, we realised that not only was she good at drawing, which she continued to do, but she was also good at sciences. And she finally studied psychology at university, gaining a master's degree. This was a remarkable achievement, given that she was, at that time, a single parent. Her career has seen her working in the NHS and in health and safety in the railway construction industry, where expertise in psychology was put to good use. More recently, with the support of Gary, she started her own business, offering first aid training. This had a very shaky start as the pandemic kicked off just as she launched her business. She did persevere, and her efforts were now bearing fruit as she had expanded the business and taken on other trainers.
Once it's here. Bless.
Hi, Bless. As I'm sure you all know, when Maria met Gary, Maria already had a son, our oldest grandchild, Sam. Miss Sam? From a previous marriage. Sam has now been joined by her sister, Edie. Hello, Edie. Gary and Maria have bought a house together, so Gary is de facto already a member of the family. Nevertheless, I now formally welcome Gary into our family as our son-in-law. Gary has considerable expertise in IT and is teaching himself, sometimes with a bit of my help, to maintain a home, but most importantly, he puts on a mean barbecue. So, please be upstanding and raise a glass.
Cheers.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm all a bit hard to look. It is actually quite easy. It's just talking to it. Hello. It's time for me to start my speech. Me and my wife would like to welcome you to our celebration today. As the group, I have the privilege of representing us as me and my beautiful bride to welcome you all here. So I finally get a word in. Anyway, thanks for making the effort to be here today. It's greatly appreciated. Really happy with the turnout. It's great to see all these faces. I wasn't sure who would be late. I was thinking about making a joke. I was thinking about Kibble. Yeah, you were the top, but actually Stuart, you know. Yeah, I haven't got Stuart joke, I wish I did, you know. But it's funny you can't work.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, I like that. There was a start of thanking Maria's dad for his kind words a moment ago. As he mentioned, John's my go-to person for DIY now. I even own a drill now. You know, who would have thought? A few years ago I owned a drill. And I've got to say that between that and his lamb and loaf and wild potatoes, they were two of the key reasons his marriage has taken place. So he's a pretty major player in this. So thank you for everything. I've got one brother now. Yeah, scary thought. I'm only kidding. I'm very grateful for you letting me, you know, welcome me to the family. You've always made sure I'm well fed. You've always made sure I've got a drink. You've always helped me eating and the school runs and everything. I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. My mum, thank you. If I was to talk about all the favours you've done for me in this speech would fill and just an encyclopedia. It's filled for too long. You've been more helpful than I could ever ask for. Thank you for helping with the childcare and helping us go to all the meetings for the wedding meetings, taking you on holiday tomorrow. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, Mum. I love you. Absolutely lots. Good Today has gone really well, I think. It's gone brilliantly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the venue. It better have gone well with the planning Maria and Dr. Marks. Look, she had all these spreadsheets where she took every single venue in the area, filtered them by everything that they offer, and then took me through each one and got really upset if I didn't buy into these conversations. See, they're all here. I'm glad we didn't choose Cockcliffe Country House, but I do hear that would have been a good name for the hen party venue. Maria, I know you're a bit nervous about what I might make fun of you in this speech.
Are you going to make fun of her?
Yes, I am a little bit. Maria's an easy target, okay? She's got this funny thing she does when she's talking to people, even when she's on the phone, where she's got her own sign language, it's a unique sign language. My favourite sign language word is like, when it's like make. She basically does, it's like she becomes like a combine harvester for a moment. She'll be like, I am going to make this for you. And they're on the phone, they can't see this. And it's always a brilliant watch. But I didn't want to focus the speech on making fun of Maria. I make fun of Maria enough. She hears plenty of that from me. I thought I'd focus on some of the good things. So I thought I'd just kind of let you know a good example of what Maria's like as a person. Maria's the kind of person who she'll be sat on Facebook on her phone and someone will post a picture on Spotted Sorley of someone passed out on the road. So she gets up, gets in a car and just starts driving around Sorley. Just to make sure that person, she finds them that they're okay.
They weren't there, they're gone.
That's the kind of, what an asset it is to the world to have people like that, people like Maria about. You know? What a brilliant person, an empathetic person you have to be. Like Marnie's on the floor in a picture of Scott Story. I'm not being my God. It would be hilarious, but these complete strangers, Maria and Gina. It is brilliant. She's endlessly ambitious. I think anyone that sees our house will know any extra space we get in our house, she will put money in there. She will. It's unbelievable. Like, she will be buried with just like an army, a helicopter army of mannequins by the time we're done. She's always looking for ways to expand the business, to make herself better, to improve everything. She's one of the most ambitious people I know. I feel very lucky. I feel super lucky to be marrying her today. I can't think of a better person. I absolutely love you. One thing she hasn't got though is kind of like a way with words, I think. I can remember when we met on Tinder, and when I was messaging her, when it became clear how closely we lived to each other, I remember she said, Gary, I could spit on you from my house. That's the early romance. we signed the paper today, she looked up and went, I've got snot bubbles. Just pretty wonderful. But yes, thank you very much for marrying me. Love you very much. And then a special shout out as well for the bridesmaids. I've seen how much support you've given Maria. Lucy, I see the contributions you made to Maria. She would be just lost without you, I think, is the best thing to say. So thank you very much. And all the other bridesmaids too. Just thanks for everything. And thank you everyone. Now I just need to hand over to John, the compulsive liar. So let's see what's got to say.
Thanks, Mike. But yeah, first of all, I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming and dressing. Look super smart, you all look absolutely wonderful. So thank you, in particular the bridesmaids who all look really lovely. And Maria, of course, you as well, you look absolutely amazing. I hope you enjoyed them today. And Gary, you're not too bad as well, not too bad. So who's this guy? Does you know all these compliments? I hear some of you may ask. So for those who don't know me, my name's John. Gary and I have known each other for 14 years. And after all these years, he's finally admitted that I am in fact the best man. So the next couple of minutes will just be a brief history of our friendship. Maybe you'll, hearing about us, you'll learn something new about Gary. So we met in 2009, working in the cinema in London. And within 3 months, we were living together. It all happened so quickly. It was bromance before bromance was a word. We bonded over video games, alternative music, and the X-Files, 3 things that were a constant in our house. It was an exciting time. Both of us 20 years old, living away from parents, drinking in Stella till the early hours, polystyrene fights, drinking Coke Lol, Robin Williams movie week, and lying on the floor when we needed a live chat. It was a memorable time, despite the cold, freezing temperatures, all the clothes hooks, and that bloody shower curtain. House mascot Beachy the Beach Ball described it as a really great time.
I can't believe Beachy's still finding its way
Beachy's
in.
still knocking about that guy. I love that guy. Yes, Beachy. Arguably, the best thing to come out at that time was that unrivaled musical collaboration, the John and Gary connection. With such hits as George Foreman Grill, the Iron Brew song, and our biggest, Plants Are Our Friends. And I would play some, but I don't want to overshadow the day by, it might be a bit much for you. Working in the cinema, we had a lot of weird and wonderful times. We met a lot of weird and wonderful people, some of whom are here today. Everybody welcome Monday Man! That's for like 4 people in the room. There's too many stories to mention, but the unpredictable nature of that job is perfectly summed up by something Gary said over the radio on what was a very quiet Tuesday. Hello, manager on radio. Yeah, go ahead, Gary. We found a live crab in Screen 1. Never forget that, never forget. Gary also started his own gang. Not a violent or aggressive gang, just the aptly named Friend Gang. The sole purpose to just be friends and hang out. It was a simple concept, but brought a group of us closer together, and it even inspired the highly anticipated return of the Gary and John connection with the new song Friend Gang and a Christmas special, Swim. That sausage was wrapped in bacon, for anyone. After our first house, we ended up living together in 2 more houses with friends from the cinema, and after a few years apart, in our last house, I was really touched when Gary grabbed me for a hug and said, "I'm really glad we're living together again." What a softie. Over the years, we've done a lot together. Random trips around the country, making music videos, festivals, long nights out in the town. And for years, we'd go up to Snedden Windmill on midnight on New Year's Eve and just chat. And that meant a lot to me. Those times were great. Gary even let me be the photographer for the infamous Sexy Gary photo shoot.
What is this?
There will be photos later. Gary once told me that I bring out this spontaneous side because I'm always up for anything, but it's only because you're so smart, mate. If you think it's a good idea, I'm in. And he's a very smart man, and that was confirmed when I first met Maria. After our first night out in Newcastle, Maria initiated an impromptu 2 a.m. musical jam, which included a violin, guitar, oboe, keyboard, and ukulele. We were drunk, it was a mess, but I'm sure it sounded amazing. Even my neighbour described it as if the Beatles had performed next door. So clearly Maria brings out Gary's spontaneous side as well. Maria, Gary, thank you for inviting me to be part of your special day. Enjoy the rest of it. I love you both. So everybody, please raise your glasses for Gary and Maria, bride and groom.
Yeah,